I'm live. I'm also at a bit of an angle. Right. Hello and welcome. I'm going live because Karen told me to. No, I'm going live because I thought I might as well. Anyway, you see a very overexposed, windswept treasure pirate. I've just been blown from one end of Tunbridge to the other. Oh, 3 people are watching already. Hello. Say hi if you're there. Oh, let me just flip this onto live chat rather than top chat. That might help. I might be able to see Catherine McConnell and Karen. Hello. Well, I was quite impressed by Karen sells clothes. Dedication to standing in line for a jumble sale. We haven't got any here at the moment. There was meant to be one last week. Go slowly. Shall I go slow, Lex? God, look, I look so tired. Horrific. Yeah, I will go slow. I thought, well, I've got some bits to show you. I don't seem to be able to go live on my big computer in the house downstairs, but for some reason I can do it on the laptop. So I'm here, sat on the floor, giving myself a backache. I has been debobbling. Can I highly recommend one of these? If you don't own a Philips one, it's the best there is. No, I'm not sponsored by them, but dear God, that will get the bobbles off anything. And I've gone through at least a handful of them and broken them and overpowered them. Oh, hello, we've got more people. Mrs. Happy Dappy Michelle, hiya, nice to see you. Andrea's Attic, hello. We just have a rolling programme, don't we, of endless botty chatter, really. Hi, Steve. How tall are you, Steve? Karen and Peter, hello. You're going out to a concert. You get out far too much, young man. I hope you enjoy it. Oh, hello, Kelly. And, oh, dear. Right, well. What can I show you? I could do it in the order in which I purchased. Sorry, mad hair, can't see a thing. I've got a large bag of things. Excuse the rustling, bear with me. Large bag of stuff from my flea market lady who was on again. Having been cancelled for a week, she was back yesterday. And I love her dearly because I bought this entire bag of clothes for £20. And I think that makes each item work out at about 2. Hang on, Steve, are you growing? You're growing faster than my son because I swear you were 6'2" and then 6'4". The thing is, you see, my husband is 6'4", so I know how tall that is. And everyone else seems quite short compared to him. So, yeah, maybe not, Steve. Well, you know, it's those high heels, isn't it? The 9-inch heels you were talking about. Yesterday, you said you could rock 9-inch heels. Well, to be 6'7", you might possibly be. And at 6'7", you'd be ducking through doorways because doorways, average height, I have been informed, is 6'6". So I've always thought, oh my God, if my son ends up being taller than that, he's going to have to duck through doorways. A JML ones are good too. I think Philips, I actually was recommended that through Mrs. M, that's Caroline, Mrs. M, who I have watched for many years and still follow. She's brilliant, but she recommended these and I didn't regret the purchase. Not the cheapest, but one of the best. Hello, Kirsten. Hello, nice to see you. Hope all's going well at the shop there. Always feel have slight shop envy and then think, actually, I don't. It's the thought of having to be somewhere at a certain time. Yeah, so this is my early morning flea thing. Now, I can try and show you things, but of course, I haven't got much distance. This is, oh, hello. This is one of those Lagan look, very see-through. That was a bit odd, wasn't it? Very see-through Lagan look sleeveless tops for summer that I half contemplated keeping myself and decided maybe not. Like I say, £2 for everything, whatever. Your nephews, Corinne, are 6'3" and 6'2". Yes, it's always painted on those stories. That'll be the hat. Yeah, there are advantages to being tall, and there are disadvantages, aren't there? Really, it's difficult to hide. You'll always be seen. One cannot hide. Now I can't show you this. I've been stupid. I've sat down, and I can't show you things properly because I can't stand back. This is, well, it's something black again, isn't it? I don't buy everything black, I promise. It's actually like a coat. And it's a boiled wool. And it's one of these sort of longish ones. It's a loose, unstructured one with a floppy collar. This brand is an unusual one. I have had a little success with it. I will try and show you. It's a bit of a scroll, but it actually says Mercer and Madison. I think it's American. And this is a 2X, which is obviously a kind of one size fits anyone of a sensible order. And I do think I will get reasonable money for that. A, it's wool, B, it's black, and it's in pretty good order. It's got pockets on the outside. So I'm probably going to try for at least 30 quid on that. Oops. I haven't done final research on these because I've only just photographed them. That's what I was doing while Garen was on. Right, let me squeeze in here, getting stilts. Okay. You're always banging your head on those doorways. Yes. When you go to one of those sort of very old Tudor Beethoven houses, you know, the really ancient ones, and you know, literally I bang my head on things. I'm not that tall. Yes, but you're perfectly proportioned, Shelley. Petite, delicately put together, unlike my good self. Now, I've obviously not read the beginning of that there. Getting a picture at your sister's wedding, it looks like a half-filled sandwich. Okay. Okay, oh, that's cool. Now, this was a hippy-dippy one. I grabbed this. It doesn't look much. It's a really weird colour. It's kind of green, but with a purplish tinge. But this is a good brand to look at. Nomads. Well, that's backwards to me, but it's Nomads. It's a small size, unfortunately. This is fair trade clothing. It's all hand woven by Bavarian imps. I don't know. It's lovingly handcrafted by fairies, but it's very boho. It's got this very flippy kind of hem to it. In fact, one of the buttons is horribly loose, and I've got to repair, but it wasn't missing. Quite a nice lining there. I wouldn't mind a coat in that lining. But anyway, it's a bit drab, but I think it will still go well. Again, it cost me the equivalent of £2. It needs a little bit of a tidy up. It needs a steam. It needs its button putting back on properly. But Nomads is a good brand. You'll find it's a lot of pagan hippie kind of wear. Although they actually do much more what I call middle-aged wear now. She says at my age, but there you go. They do less kind of young stuff and they're a bit more oldie stuff now because I guess their demographic has changed. But they make really nice, the stuff that goes really well and sells really highly. I mean, that I should get, 30 to 40 maybe. The really good shit is the velvet coats. Yeah. Find a velvet coat by Nomads and you're quitting. And they do some nice dresses too. It's Bavarian imps do some good shit. They do. Yes, indeed they do. Where is my head? I love this colour. Actually, that doesn't look as good on screen as it does in real life. It's a really electric blue. And it's got this lovely, what they call an origami design, sort of folded fabric. But what caught my eye about this is it's a cute little dress. And obviously I was going to grab it at £2. I'd never seen this before. River Island Design Forum. And then there's the name of the designer, Georgina Hardinge. And it's a size 10. And apparently they do have this thing where they kind of encourage new designers, I guess, and some of the stuff's more sought after than others. But this it's worth picking up if it's at a good price because it's obviously going to go for more money than the regular River Island stuff. And I thought that was a particularly flattering design in a great colour. So I'm hoping to get some decent money for that. None of this stinks. I don't know where she gets her stuff from, but occasionally there'll be a piece that's got a little recycling centre waft about it. I wish I put some makeup on. I look absolutely horrible, shocking. Anyway, you're not here to see me. You're here to see my stuff. There's a theme, isn't there? Blue. There's a theme. It's shiny, shiny. I don't pick up every piece of this that I see, but it's Reese. I thought it's a little skirt. Someone could pair that with a nice plain white top, and it could look quite cool for the summer. I'm trying to move to picking up more summery stuff. I don't actually think it's silk. I mean, it looks like it's silk, but it's one of those short little skirts that people like. Oh, it's silk and cotton mix. There we go. I was going to say Reese don't make any old rubbish, do they? I just sometimes question the styles, and obviously in charity shops they see their work name Reese and slam big prices, so you're never going to get a bargain. Just checking. What looks beige? Ooh, what looked beige? Interesting. It's blue. Oh, it's not that weird thing with screens, is it? Bad Biscuit's back. Hey, Lex. You haven't missed too much. Nice Nomad's jacket. Look, Lex, tartan. Woo! I see tartan, I think of you. It took me a while to work out who these were made by, but they're quite vintagey. Nice skinny leg, stretchy jeans. And it not took me a while to work out this brand. They're actually called Gist. I thought they were called Fist. And you can imagine what a search for that did. Anyway, they're made in England, which I thought was quite strange. They must be quite old, but Gist, J-I-S-T, is a reasonably well-known brand, and it's kind of punk, post-punk, slightly grungy, you know, that kind of thing. And I think there's always a market for these things. There's always people who want to wear that style, and they're not always easy to find when they're not in fashion, or at the height of fashion. So I thought they were quite cool. No, I wouldn't wear them. Not now. I know my limits. Oh, hello, Adrian Wildig. Nice to see you. Nice to see you in. Who else am I reading? You loves me. Yes, you loves a bit of tartan. Every time I see it, I think of you. And the same when I see a pinafore dress or a corduroy skirt of the short variety. So I could complete your wardrobe for you quite easily. I think once you get a style that you know works for you, that's it. I put that. Yes, well, you know, I obviously need to entertain myself somehow, and that would be deeply sad if I'd done that on purpose. Westwood style trousers. I might have done at one point in time. I ain't so sure now. Although I loves me a bit of Westwood. I still have my original pirate squiggle shirt. The original one. I've still got it. Where is it? It's carefully packed away. Oh, yeah. Anyone remember this design? That's original Vivienne Westwood's first stuff that she ever made for World's End in 1981, and I bought it in 1981, wore it to death. It's still in great condition, and I was never ever going to part with it because I love it. I'd still wear it now, and it's got it. I don't know what it's worth, but I'm keeping it because I love it. The 90s are back in fashion. I think they are. I don't know how much it's worth. I'm thinking it's probably around the £500 mark at the moment. Because I know it's genuine, I actually physically bought it. So these things are in the V&A museum, just like I should be, obviously. Slightly worrying. God, Bowden. Yes, boring Bowden, but it's linen. It's actually a much brighter green than it's showing here. It's actually in pretty decent condition. Looks a bit ropey there, doesn't it? It's just a short dress, but they always sell for me. They always do all right, especially the linen stuff. Yeah, well, I was around at the time, so yeah, I'm old enough. 1981 was a very, very good year. Oh, yeah, now this doesn't look much, and it probably won't get me much, but it was the label. I tend not to leave Max Mara, especially the actual Max Mara rather than Max Mara Studio. It is silk and wool blend, and it's a weird thing. It's one of these actual wrap skirts. It looks so dull, but of course everyone's screaming at us now that beige is going to make a comeback. So I have borne that in mind, that I'm not afraid of picking up things that are neutral in colour. You were too. Well, there you go. I certainly wasn't. I was 17, was I? 1981, let me think. 18. I would have been 17, 18. And I'd had part-time jobs, and I went up to the World's End shop in 1981 on the King's Road, and I went in the shop and spent the money I had. I'd have bought the whole bloody lot if I'd had the money. Oh, it was one of the best days of my life. I loved that shop. I loved Vivienne Westwood, and I loved everything she stood for, and I still do in a lot of ways, although she's become a lot more cantankerous with age, but who of us hasn't? Yeah, I've got to get to that. Got to get to that. There's a Christian Dior one as well now. Bizarrely, actually, I didn't buy this yesterday at all. I bought this in a charity shop for £5, and I thought it's going to be fake. Christian Dior, apparently. Probably not real. I thought I'd probably keep it for me, actually. Although I'm not really a Dior kind of girl. But I quite like the colour anyway. I paid a £5 for it. But, yeah, strange. Nice lining and everything. So even if it is a fake, it's a very good one. Because they got the little, oh, God, I'm trying to show you. Little thing there and the little... This is wrong, though, because when I've looked on genuine bags, the Christian Dior is actually written along the bottom bit, not over the top, as far as I can tell. I may be wrong, but that's not going on eBay because I'd rather keep my accounts. Thank you very much. Spend your whole wage packet. Yeah, I'd had some horrors of jobs. It was the summer holidays before I went off to university, and I wanted to buy myself something from World's End because it was like my dream to go there. Yeah, big fan of Vivienne Westwood. Big fan. And there are people who collect it, but there are many fakes about, especially the squiggle pattern, and the red one in particular is particularly sought after. So who knew? I wish I could have bought more. This is actually a raincoat, and it looks like a dirty old Mac actually at this angle. Yeah, dirty old Mac. Yes, but it is Hackett. Hackett is a pretty good brand. This is quite a vintage one, and I've got to wash this because the cuffs are filthy. The cuffs are filthy, but it's got these leather things here, you know, like the original Burberry coats used to have, not plastic leather. So I'm going to have to see if I can wash it. You know, I look at it and I think, well, it actually cost me £2, so it's worth a go. It's worth a punt of trying, and it did come with a belt. Heather the weather, hold off any rain for me tomorrow. I managed to get a lift to the car boot. Whereabouts are you? Remind me of whereabouts you are. In the country. I'll do my best. I do take requests. Doesn't always work. Tomorrow. It's bloody windy here still, actually. You had a pair of Gucci sunglasses. Oh, no. Oh, dear, no. That's horrible when you actually lose something. It's lovely to find things, but losing them, of course, is the flip side. Nottingham. Oh, well, Nottingham, yes. The wonderful Sherwood Forest. I remember Nottingham well. Oops. Excuse the top of my head here. Let me just get all this out of the way. Oh, that was the Nomad's coat, Lex. I showed everybody. It's a bit dusty. Looks like a rag, but they're meant to look a bit like a dish rag. And to get rid of this wind too. We'll stop eating beans. What was it? All those prunes or whatever. Magic fruit, as it's known in our house. I thought that was quite funny. My shouldn't really say this. My son will never forgive me, but when he was very small, he did suffer somewhat, as young children sometimes do, with reluctance and, you know, not being able to pull as and when it was needed. So I got him, I think it was apricots rather than prunes, because apricots are nicer, and we called them magic fruit. So it was kind of a case of give him a couple of apricots, and within seconds, within minutes, he'd trot off, you know, and the job would be done. It's like, I know they don't work that quickly, but obviously the magical properties of them and the fact that the psychology of it worked meant that they obtained a good result. Something else I might as well show you guys while I'm here. I thought these were fun. They're silver. Now these I'm so tempted to keep, although God knows what I'd wear them with. They are Ted Baker, and they're in my size, 6, average size. I did pay, I think they were £5 or £4.99 or something like that, but they're practically new. There's been hardly any, no wear on them. Someone's worn them once and then just not worn them again. They've got all this sort of florally business on, and they're very glary, aren't they? I rather like that. I know they would sell for a lot of money though, so I'm thinking it's one of those borrower things where I might have them for a while, and if I just don't wear them because I think, oh God, I look ridiculous. Yeah, but they're lovely. So many things I think I'll keep and wear, and I just don't. Yeah, They are sort of hideous. They're the kind of things you have to wear with like a summer dress, and just completely, you don't pair them with athleisure. That would look ridiculous. Oh, Ian, hi again. Yes, is it nomads with an S? Good point. I think it is nomads with an S. Let me look. You will see these about. Sometimes they go incredibly cheap. Yeah, the nomads has got an S on the end. Very good hippy dippy stuff, but bloody expensive new. And there's always people out there who need that sort of clothing, myself included, occasionally, if I'm in the mood. Fat Face is a clothing brand. Yeah, Fat Face is a very well-known clothing brand, and it's one of those ones, excuse the French, where the market is kind of saturated, so they can be slow to sell unless you've got a really nice design. I find the same with Monsoon. Monsoon is, we have one here in Tunbridge, and it's horribly expensive new. I mean, it just beggars belief what people pay for stuff. Right, but there you go. But some of the stuff sells really well, and I quite like the fact it's colourful. Indeedy. So, right, now I'm on to the, hang on, let me get my pad, because I've taken all the tickets off and just photographed them. This is what happens, you see. Now, I went out and spent 30 odd quid today. I went to the charity shops because I had a bag to donate to the Salvation Army. Now, I love the Salvation Army, but I rarely buy anything from them because they're so bloody expensive. But if you take a bag into them, they give you another bag and they give you a £2 credit, so that you get 5 of those, you get £10 or something. Then I will buy something because it actually makes it worthwhile. And also, because I'm donating to them, I don't tend to go in there because I don't want to be buying back my own tat. And I'm sure I've done it. So, things that I found that went under the radar. These, they don't usually look quite as flattened as that. There we go. These are Clarks. Hotter, there's no point because A, the price has come down horribly, and B, all the charity shops seem to know. But they don't know about Clarks Unstructured. These are a 5, and I know lots of people love these. These have got very little wear on them. Just a classic, sort of slightly more summery Mary Jane shoe. And they only cost me £2.85, so that was a good deal. That was from Sense. I like our Sense here. It's a bit like a jumble sale, but they seem to price everything almost the same no matter what it is. So it's worth going through all the racks. Spaghetti bowl. Oh, is this what everyone's eating? Everything £2, £3 and £4. Well, you're very lucky. Our one has ideas way above its station. Way above. Monsoon Fusion. Yes, they can do. Monsoon Fusion can go well because I think that's meant to be their younger brand. But I find things like Twilight and that the vintage evening-y brand can go quite well. But the sizes are often really small. Remember, we've got prom season coming up. There will be lots of quite twiggy teenagers in need of fancy dresses. So don't dismiss the small sizes. Right, some of the things I bought today, as well as those shoes. What did I get here? Monsoon summer dress. Okay, so I spent £6.50 in total. Okay, so this was £4. This dress. Or £4. Oh, actually it's £4.50, but I picked it up because I think I'm probably going to keep it. God, if I could find the end of it. I love this style. You know, when we have a hot summer like we did last year. Actually, if it wasn't inside out, it'd look better. Hang on a minute. Golden Dragon special curry and chips. That sounds bloody good. I'm having a takeaway tonight, whatever it is. I'm not cooking. Mid-prom. Well, there you go, Kirsten. Get her onto eBay to look at dresses because you'll save yourself a flipping fortune. Because it's only going to get worn the once. Here we go. Monsoon dress. It's one of these handkerchief hem jobs with... Oh, God, I'm really not doing a good job of showing you. They're sort of mid-length. And then they have a tie thing around the middle with the little cutie tassels. No, hang on, where's the other one? No, they're not nipple tassels before anyone asks. But, you know, I might keep that actually because I've got another one a bit like it that was great last summer. Here we go, look. Woo! There we go. Tassels. That's the closest anyone is going to get to seeing my tassels. Sorry, Lex, don't mean to disappoint. Oh, right. The other one that I might end up keeping myself. I know this is M&S. They cut the label out, thinking they were being very clever. But actually inside there's a label that tells me it's M&S. And this is one of these flattering dresses because it's got ruching to cover up the tummy area. Something I will never shy away from. And it's maxi. And it is actually long enough for me. So woot woot. It's long where it needs to be and wider where it needs to be. So it's a fairly flattering design. It's lined. We'll see. I mean, it looks all right on me. It's just, will I really wear it? It's blue and white. It's not black and white. But, you know, I don't always wear black. I'm trying to move out of it a little bit. So that was £4.50. The M&S dress, yeah, that might have been about £4. I've kind of put things up. Whitley Bay and Heston. So it's the places to go. A dress would look great with some silver shoes. Possibly. That might happen. The thing is, in summer, I tend to wear flip-flops just all the time. I come out of boots and I'm straight into flip-flops because I can't wear shoes. My feet just don't wear normal shoes. Although I'll happily sell them, my feet don't like being in them. And now I really shouldn't be picking up cord skirts of any description, but this was on the pound rail, and it's got some of this, which is a little bit Whitby-ish, a little bit steampunky. It's not a fishtail one. It's fairly straightforward. It says it's a 16. It looks a bit, I would say that's more of a 14 than a 16. So obviously I'll put my measurements in. And it's not a heavyweight skirt, so I might put the word spring on it just to accentuate it. I don't wear brown. See what happens when I wear brown? I just look Dullville. I'm much better in other colours. Going for the neutral again. These were on the pound rail, so I thought I'd grab them. They're that sort of velvet feel. Quite a nice design. They're actually M&S collection jeggings. Well, why they call them jeggings when they got a zip in, I don't know. I always thought leggings. Anyway. But they're that kind of beigey colour, moleskin, and they're skinny ones. And they were in quite good nick, so I thought, you know, yeah, why not? Good basic for somebody. I am trying not to pick things up that I can't sell for very much, but every now and again I just can't seem to resist it. Any non-clothing items, I am so sorry, Ian. It is all clothing today. That's all I picked up. So I quite understand if you did not want to hang around. Sorry. I haven't even got menswear today. So it's probably not going to be interesting. This is what I was shaving whilst watching Karen. And it's a big chunky, which is, I better get it listed quick if anyone is actually going to buy it this time. But it was Pachamama. Oh, hang on. Sorry, the lights of it. Pachamama. It's 100% wool and it's handmade. These do have a following. Sometimes they stick around for a bit. I think it's a woman's one. I'm just having a look and seeing what the price was. That was around £4 as well. Well worth picking up for that money because they go for about 30, 35. But obviously we're coming slightly out of season for people buying jumpers, but I'm still selling winter stuff. Put that over there. Oh, sorry, it's wool. My nose itch. No, that wasn't in that bundle. Something a bit vintage and retro. Just nosy. I know. Sometimes I don't always have clothes, but the majority of what I do is clothes. I thought this is quite funky. This is a 90s M&S. St Michael at M&S. Buttoned done. I love these dresses that have button all the way and sort of pleated and flare out from the waist. This one is surprisingly sheer for M&S. It's not what I call modest. It's quite sheer. There's daylight. But it's a lovely thing. It was very scrunched up when I found it, admittedly. But, you know, I think I paid I think it was something like $2.99 for this. And I just thought, that's so charming. And I've got a feeling that these sort of styles of dresses are going to go well this summer because it's what the magazines and all the stuff that comes out is saying. All the stuff that, you know, they're saying is going to be in fashion. It's very much the 90s. That was what I thought, Karen. I didn't know if it was a two-part dress because quite often they have the little clippy things. But there's nothing in this to indicate that it was. all I will do is I will list it as semi-sheer. You might want to put a layer underneath, sort of thing. Maybe you will, maybe not. Love the 90s stuff. Absolutely love it. In fact, I've got a fantastic dress. I'll show you at the end. It's hanging up on my Edna, and that was Marks and Spencer's. And I couldn't believe it when I saw it. I thought it was Laura Ashley. It was so cool. These are a nice bright coloured pair of jeans. You may not know this brand. I'll try and show you. It's a bit. Oh God, will it show? AG. Now I heard about these because I do watch a couple of the American people, not all of them. There's a lovely lady called Empty Hanger, and she sells things on Poshmark, but she's very up on really the kind of stuff I like and the brands I like. This is a brand called AG, which is Adriano Goldschmied, and they're made in the USA. They are beautiful jeans. They're very high quality. They feel amazingly soft. And this is, thankfully, I like jeans that do this. I'll tell you what the style is. This is the Stilt Cigarette Leg. Cigarette Leg? Yes, there we go. And they're just lovely. I mean, God. I mean, they're not my sort of thing because I'm not going to wander around in bright blue jeans. But they are so soft. I can see why people pay. Yeah, we don't have anything like Poshmark here. I kind of wish we did. We haven't got any sort of platforms that are giving eBay a run for its money, and I think that leads the eBay we have here to get a little bit complacent with people like us who are, sort of middle level in terms of, yes, we sell to make a living, but we're not huge and we're not personal sellers. But hey, now I do pick these up, Topshop jeans, but it's the Moto jeans, and these are the Lee. They go quite well. It's a popular design. These are super soft as well. I picked these up because they don't look like they've been worn in spite of the distressed state of the knees. I did try them on because they're my size, and I've discovered I have fat knees, and that's probably because I'm old. So I should never be seen wearing a pair of jeans with rips in them. So, but they're skinny and they've got the raw hem. If you've been watching all the fashion things, anything with a raw hem is very much in, apparently. So, yeah, take down your hems. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's where I'm at, Carol, with it. I'm like, yes, I can't knock eBay because it is the only platform I use. It is where I make my money. I do all right out of it, considering, but it gets harder and they want more money, more specifications, more hard work from us without necessarily results. And we all know it can all go up in a puff of smoke if you get something wrong or make an error. These are Toast. I like Toast. I quite like this brand too. They're a pair of jeans, obviously, but they're really baggy ones with this sort of detailing at the back, and these are long. Now, when I say long, these will be too long for me even. They're literally about a 36-inch leg. So they're for someone who's skinnier than I am and taller than I am. And they're wide leg all the way down. Big, 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 big things. So I thought they were unusual, and I thought, I know wide legs are coming back in. And apparently they rumour it that the low waist is coming back in, but it won't be for me because it doesn't do me any favours at all. I'm not 20 anymore. Can't wear low waist jeans. And that is actually it. Now, I was going to walk you over and show you the dress. Oh, God, hang on a minute. Bear with me, I'm sitting on the floor here. Oh, Lex is off. Right, let me show you this quickly before you go, Lex. Excuse me. Chins in triplicate. Is it going to show you? It's a dress. The light levels have gone here now. It's got tie things here. It's big. It's fabulous. I'm aiming to get a lot of money for this, and it's buttoned down all the way through. There we go. I just thought I'd show you that as a parting shot. It's really lovely. Yeah, I'd keep it. That I'd wear with the silver trainers just to look silly. And it's so Laura Ashley, but it isn't. It is St. Michael. It's something else. It really is. 100% cotton. Gosh, you're getting a silhouette of me there. How appalling. I was so impressed when I found that. I was like, oh, yes, you're coming home with me. It's beautiful. It really is. It's crazy. That's what you put the silver trainers with, just to sort of de-gussy it a bit, really, not make it look so fussy. Right. That dress with DMs would be fabulous. I can't wear DMs, I find them uncomfortable, but certainly with a crazy pair of shoes. So, oh, bye Lex, got to go list more. Yeah, well on you. I've photographed all this and now I've got to start measuring it and listing it. So I feel like I've done my bit for today. So that was a live. Lovely to see you. Do keep on working now. I'm nagging. Keep working. And hopefully we'll all have a good sales weekend, because I think we all deserve it. We all work hard enough, let's face it. Even the people who say they're lazy, who are just lying. Anyway, take care, guys. We'll see you soon. Chatty bye. Oh, blurry hands. Bye-bye. Now I've got to work out how to... here we go. End stream. And goodbye.